Well, how fouled up is Genesis? The first two chapters tell us that we can't really trust you because there's a narrative that is given in two different ways. I think that they were two different creation narratives that got merged together because they were the same way. Like, man is created last in the first chapter, verse 26, and it's let us, and I'm like, who's us? Now, some people say that that's the Trinity, but and then in chapter 2, the birds are created in a different order. All the people are created in a different order in this one. Even though light and stuff like that is still there, they're just talking about creation of the animals. And then in chapter 3, when we get to the lovely part about the so-called fall of man, that's where we start to get the serpent is saying that you will be K-worded in this day if we eat of it. And then Eve is like, well, we can't even touch it, let alone we get deceased. So the serpent was right, because they didn't keel over. And are we really missing that part? But then again, like, apologists will say, well, they spiritually deaf. And I'm like, no, no, that was, and I saw that the Hebrew word, there was like double meaning with it or whatever, as far as like, it was used twice. But then again, like, I'm sorry, but they didn't have a spiritual, I don't think that there was a spiritual demise there to even consider. Because it was like they were physical, they were corporal beings, including the God. So anyway, this God is horrible, he's immoral, he's dumb. I don't like the whole flood narrative and the so-called Nephilim. If anybody is really trying to prove that this God exists, even if he exists, I don't like him. I don't like him because he's not, how is an all-knowing God going to be like, Adam, where you at? I mean, like, you don't know if you're asking the question, and then who told you were naked? Didn't you know that? You're supposed to know that. Anyway, this God is horrible. And I know it's going to get worse in Exodus and Leviticus, and I started out with Numbers because I kind of wanted to get that one out the way, but how did I even believe this bullshit? I'll talk to y'all later. I guess I'm just venting. See you soon.